Hello, this is Dr. Bob of Proactive Wellness and Injury Center with information to help you achieve the best performance of your life. Well, this is the second installment regarding the topic of algae, which I believe is a true superfood. I mean, across the board, it is a true superfood. And just to review, there's two types or two basic categories of the algae. The first is the seaweed, and in the seaweed, there's the red and there's the brown. And probably the most infamous of the red is the red algae that plagues the coasts of Florida. It's a toxic algae that comes in, but the type that's edible, basically the seaweed, it's very rich in iodine, and also it has some nutrients, but compared to the microalgae, which is the second category, it's very, very weak in comparison as far as its nutritional value. And in the microalgae, as I said previously, there are tens of thousands of types of those types of algae. However, most of them are very toxic, and there's a few, and of the few that are edible, that are usable, there are two that we use in our practice that I'll talk about in another video. But before I get to that, I wanted to talk about this one issue, buyer beware, because I realize that, most people, when you're wanting to take care of yourself and you're investing in your health and you're being judicious about buying, nutrients and whatnot, you're quick to get out when you hear news like I've been sharing about the algae being a superfood. Many people are quick to go out and to purchase that and to incorporate it into their daily diet routine because they want the benefits from it. But I want to stop you in your tracks right now, because in the area of nutrition, it is probably no more truer in nutrition than anywhere else, in that not everything is equal, not everything is as it appears to be, and just because they say it so doesn't make it so. There's a lot of garbage that's being sold and purchased sold to and purchased by individuals that are wanting to go ahead and benefit themselves, and they're frankly being taken advantage of. So what I want to do is to stop here for a moment and introduce you, because you want to read the labels. And when it is in nutrition, my suggestion to you is, humbly I would say, go to a licensed nutritionist. Check the sources, make certain that they are credible, make certain that the product that you have in hand is pure, is potent, it has in it what it says on the label. And you can find this out through independent assays or labs that the individual should freely show you, or go to a licensed practitioner like myself or others that are doing functional medicine or using nutrition in their practice. Because again, you're spending money and you're putting these ingredients into your body, and everything has an effect, whether it be good or bad. And certainly, if you're doing this in order to regain or obtain your health, you want to make certain that you're putting the highest quality of whatever it is in your body. So, getting back to the microalgae, there are various sources that are very popular, but many of which are no good whatsoever. And one of them is getting your algae from China. When you read the label, if it's coming from China, I would simply put it back down. Uh, in China, the research shows us, the information shows us that they use very high heat in order to process the algae very, very quickly. And what it does is it kills the enzymes. So it basically makes the algae inert. So it's of no value to you whatsoever. Also, they use binders, and this is pretty common across the board in a lot of different supplements and nutrients. And that you'll read the labels, and they have binders in them. That is to hold these ingredients together. These binders are very toxic, they're noxious, and you don't want them in your system because they're alien to your body and your body can't digest them. So they do use a lot of binders, and that's true of the other products that you get. Make sure that they don't have binders in them either. And then also, it's a very low quality. very poor growing conditions that are contaminated with mercuries, contaminated with arsenic, contaminated with very polluted waters. So you just want to put it down. You don't want to get that. Another source is Hawaii. I hate to say it, but Hawaii is a seller of algae too. And the products coming out of Hawaii that we get, we find that they're very, very weak. They don't have much nutritional value to them. So that's another area or a source or supplier you'd want to stay away from. Another one is India, and the products there are very pungent. They're very toxic as well, and they're combined with who knows what. But it's a product that you'd want to stay away from. And another area is Japan. You want to stay away from the products, the algae that are coming out of Japan, primarily because of Fukushima. And if you're not aware of that, they had the nuclear meltdown there, a lot of radiation leakage, and a lot of contamination in the products coming out of Japan. So stay away from those. One that I use, and it's not that we did research on it years ago, and because of that, we're satisfied, but we do continually look at the sources. The products that we get out of Taiwan, especially in regards to algae, we find them to be the premium ones. They are government controlled. They use pristine mountain water, very, very good quality, genetically, if you will, of the algae that are there. And their standards for purity, for the quality, and for the safety of the product is second to none. I'm talking about algae in particular. So again, if you're one that reads and purchases, when you do go out and buy, and I would recommend you get algae and incorporate it, on a regular basis in your diet. But if you're getting algae, make sure that you read the label, make sure that the source of your algae is not from China, Hawaii, India, or Japan. Put those down and look for sources that are coming out of Taiwan in regards to the quality of the algae. All right. So I promise you, in the next video, I will go ahead over the types of algae that we use and the benefits that you get from the different types, so that you can start including it in your diet, so that you can achieve the best performance, or help you to achieve the best performance of your life. Look, if you do have any questions at all, we always invite you. You can email those questions to us at office@pro-activewellness.com. That's office@pro-activewellness.com. And with those questions, we'll be more than happy to try to help you out. And we do invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And until the next video, and as always, God bless.